Okay, we will start the second session of this lecture, and that is the conceptual difference between QCA and regression-based models. Uh, this is the slide. I think you are seeing that indicates the difference between the QCA and regression-based method. A relationship between the variables in a QCA, you can use the symmetric relationship or asymmetric relationship, linear or non-linear. In a regression-based method, only you can use the symmetrical and linear relationship that will be tested. When the relationships are symmetrical and linear, it will be tested by regression-based method. And if the uh, relationship are symmetrical, even asymmetrical, linear, or even non-linear, you can test it through the QCA. So the QCA has the advantage on RBM. Causal relationship, high levels of an outcome are not exact opposite of the ones that explain low level of an outcome. Uh, in a QCA, you can say if the statement is uh, if the statement is democratic countries, developed countries are democratic, uh, then we conclude in the regression-based method if the developed countries are democratic, the less developed countries are not democratic, are less democratic. But in case of a QCA, these statements are not exact opposite. The developed countries are democratic. The development of the country and the democracy, they have not a correlational relationship. Less developed country, maybe there are a country which are developed, and then there is a autocracy, and then there is not democracy at all. So the relationship are not exact opposite. There is a no correlation between the relation. In case of a RBMs, we suppose that the relationships are opposite, but in a real practice, in a real example, small farmers are risk averse. Small farmer are risk averse. Yet some farmer which are small farmer, which are in the category of the small farmer, and which are not risk averse, yet we have some. So that is why we can't say that the small farmer are risk averse and a large farmer are not risk averse. We use this kind of the terminology in RBM, but not in a QCA. QCA does not guarantee that the one statement is a one way going is equal to the statement other way of going. I mean, if there is a democratic country, it does not guarantee that the development of the country does not guarantee the democracy of the country. Case-based model. Case-based model. So the QCA is a case-based model, and it allows for case-based modeling to identify localized effect. In a QCA, we use the localized effect. We can use our own understanding also to return to the case after the analysis for deeper understanding of the result and the sample. In RBM, focus on the unique contribution of the variable while holding constant the value of all other variables in the equation. In a modeling technique, when we use the research-based model, we focus on the unique contribution, but we need a localized effect. We have to consider the localized effect, and we want to know the localized effect, not the unique contribution that is the real need of our research. Solution. We have in a QCA, we have a multiple solution with sufficiency and necessary condition. That is the equifinality. Equifinality, you can say, there are different combinations of the. There are different way to get the same outcome. There are a different way to get the same outcome. But unifinality means there is only one way to get the solution. The regression based method maybe give you the regression based method may give you the best solution, but not the different solution which is only possible through QCA. Inus condition. Inus condition is we will get inus condition that is insufficient but necessary part of the condition, which is itself unnecessary but sufficient for the result. In a regression based method, we will get the important condition that explain an outcome, and we can examine direct, indirect, and moderate effect of the variable. We will sometimes get direct effect and sometimes indirect and moderate effect. But in a QCA, we get the inner condition that is more practicable, and that is more feasible to implement for when we know that these conditions are sufficient and sometimes necessary and sometimes insufficient. Effect. We explain both main effect and contrarian cases. Sometimes when we explain that that is the main effect of this, and that is how many cases which are contrary to that particular solution. So we know that more know about the result. In a case of the when we use a regression based method, finding explain cases, main effect only we will get the main effect of all dependent variable, which may be the best solution, but sometimes it is impractical solution. Empirical result. QCA compute the coverage which, based on the truth value that they receive, is the actual number of cases explained by the solution. BRM, using probabilities, estimate the variance of the model, which is representative with R square. Significance or strength of relationship. We check the strength of the relationship with the consistency, is used to define the strength of the relationship supported by empirical evidence. Acceptance or rejection is based on the effect size, and p-value is used to determine its significance. Working way of variable. Variable work together and combined. In a QCA, the independent variable work together and combine with the combination which each combination other to explain the outcome. Individually, even the combination of the variable give you the outcome. But in case of a regression based method, variable compete with each other to explain the largest percentage of variance. Proposition. We develop proposition that can examine the role of combination of variable in explaining the outcome and allow case identification in the model. We develop hypotheses that depict the relationship of two variables. We have an advantage in case of a QCA, role of combination of variable. There are a different combination that we will get, and that combination we will apply on our practical model. Counter-hypothesized relationship. Counter-hypothesized relationships are expected and can be explained in QCA. But in a regression-based method, hypothesis of the positive or negative effect influence the finding, and the acceptance and rejection of the hypothesis. It is difficult to explain the counter-hypothesized relationship. On the basis of regression-based method, we cannot explain the relationship of the hypothesized and the counter-hypothesized relationship. Thank you so much. Now the session start for your question and answer. ओपन करो ये वो म्यूट कर अलाउ कर अलाउ yes okay now it is time for question and answer the question and answer session start if you have a question please put your question now. Later on, in the next workshop, we will start to practical things about this, how to deal with the data and how will we run the software and how will we evaluate their results. In the next lecture, at this point of time, I'm unable to tell you when will the next lecture, but it will soon, inshallah. And we will start a series of the lectures, and these two lectures are the only on the conceptual basis to understand the difference between the research-based methods and the QCA. And when we comprehend the idea, there is a difference, and there is a necessity to adopt the research models on the base of QCA, adopt our research on the base of QCA. So we start learning, and then we will go to the practical work in the next lecture, inshallah. Any question from any side?
Dr. Saab, just I want to comment that you have given, mashallah, very good presentation, and it is enlightening for all of us. We have learned a lot because of this is something new technique of data analysis. I hope that you will continue this one, and we are really very interested and very thankful and obliged to you. Uh, Best wishes for you and for your academic pursuit and spreading this great knowledge to all of us. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Saab, so much. And I'm thankful to you for your very nice comment and encouraging comment. In fact, I want to disseminate this technique in Pakistan. In Pakistan, I don't think there is any other person so far who delivered some lecture on it. I learned this technique from my postdoc experience from the University of Western Australia, UWA Business School, and then I think that it must be go to my other countrymen. So I started not only the countrymen but also the fellows and the persons abroad. So I start talking about it, and we will inshallah very soon start the workshops online, and if possible in physical in my school, business school, that is the Lalpur Business School, inshallah. Any other question or any other comment from other side?
Dr. Sabha, thank you very much. It indeed a very wonderful presentation, and I hope you will continue this through online, because it will be possible for us to learn from your expertise, and that indeed is a very good insight about this new research methodology, because the frontiers of the research-based methodologies are expanding. So it's a step in that direction. So indeed I'm very grateful. Thank you very much, sir.
I will try to, inshallah, I will try to continue online, and will get the facility. You know that it is difficult for practical work workshops to understand on the online thing, but I will definitely consider this factor, and there is a good connection, and we have a one thing which is blessed by the COVID-19, that is the online understandings and online linkage that has been developed in this COVID-19 pandemic. This is a good thing, I think. This is an opportunity that we will continue, inshallah. If the condition is going normal, then we will continue, inshallah, with the Zoom and Google Form to have a linkage with other sides of the country, and abroad even. Thank you
Dr.
so
Saab,
much. Thank you, Rizaullah Saab from Peshawar. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab, for introducing a new methodology. I have a little question that most of the finance data is, the longitudinal data, time series data or panel data. Is there any way to apply this fsQCA or CSQCA to any time series or panel data?
Yeah, we can easily convert the data by the calibration. We can easily convert it into fuzzy set or in a crisp set. You can not afraid that we can handle the data whatsoever. It may be large, it may be small. The software automatically converts the data into a fuzzy set and into the binary set, and then we will do the analysis. We can do that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other question from any other side?
Sir.
Hello.
So thank you very much for giving the opportunity to learn this unique technique. But for me, it was a bit difficult to understand or digest whole the story. But would it be convenient for you to share some basic material for developing in-depth understanding on this new technique of QCA?
I have already uploaded my previous lecture, which was only the basic, which had only a basic knowledge of the QCA, how QCA developed that, and what is the base of the QCA. And you can please download the recording of my previous lecture on the YouTube named Dr. Safdar Hussain Tahir. And then I think it would be convenient for you to understand a bit more. Although this is a new technique and it is not easy to understand the new thing, because we are not in a habit to get the even change. Even the human beings are not in habit to get the change. I learned, although when I went to UWA Business School, the University of Western Australia, I surprised to see this technique, but I decided to learn it and even disseminate this knowledge to other my countrymen, other my colleagues outside the country also, because this is a new technique, and overall we have to convert on this technique. So, please listen my lecture, previous lecture, and download it from my YouTube. It is available, and these lectures may helpful to understand this a bit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question from any side, please? Inshallah, soon I will give you the next schedule, which have a bit practical nature to run the data and to deal with the data. I think people are more concerned with such kind of other things. So inshallah, the next lecture, we will try to schedule the next lecture soon, and in that lecture we will do some kinds of a workshop. I will perform some operations in front of you. Thank you so much for your very participation, very nice participation, and for your any question if someone asks a question.
Hi, sir. This is Tanzila with you. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tanzila. I'm thankful to you that you participate from University of Birmingham. We have international participants. I'm proud that we have a good number of participants also.
Yeah, sir, it was really informative. I enjoyed your presentations. And I think it's a very good way that you brought this technique from abroad and incorporate and give a chance to other researchers in Pakistan that they can also implement in the regression analysis Of course, it will increase the horizon of the research in Pakistan. Then you're doing great contribution in a way that you are a good teacher, as well as you are bringing and incorporating the broad techniques in Pakistan. So I really happy for that, and I appreciate you. And you're right that COVID-19 give us an opportunity to link via internet or the other networks. So of course, I have an opportunity to participate in the meeting and listen to you and learn from you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Any other question from any side, please? Okay, no question. I would like to thank to all my participants who spared their precious time to join me in this lecture. Inshallah, I will soon inform you regarding the next lecture. We will start with the practical work of the QCA. So much thank you and the best of wishes, thanks and kind regards.